Hey YouTube, LB for real 85. Um, I wanted to hit back on the subject of celibacy real quick. Celibacy in my celibacy journey, I'm gonna continue to share this with you guys because maybe you guys will help me keep hold on, uh, for dear life with this one. Right now it has not been too hard. Usually, like I would say, usually going in to the third month is pretty it's like that's when things get a little uneasy for a minute. So right now I'm coming into the fourth month. I'm in the third month going into the fourth month of this. And I mean, some of y'all probably like big deal, woo woo, blah blah blah. But it is a big deal. It is a big deal because I'll be 26 this weekend, and I'm a single mother, and I'm ready to be. I'm not playing games. I'm ready to get married. And you lose yourself relationship. You lose your way, and you lose yourself in relationships, and you could be in a relationship for the wrong reason when you bring sex and intimacy into it too soon. Because then one of you guys are just there just for the sex is the only thing that's keeping the relationship going. you know I don't use celibacy. To me, is not using sex as a weapon. It's not using sex at all. It's using your mind and yourself, what I'm saying, and your personality, and just get taking time to really be real and get to know that person as just the whole selves, as they are. Okay? When you bring sex into the relationship, it's like you get on beer goggles. It's like that's when you start to blind yourself into who you're really dealing with, because sex can make you fall in love or think you're in love with somebody when you're really not, just because of what they did to you in the bed, how they touched you, how they kissed you, how they hold you, what I'm saying, like how they make you feel physically. That's not love, okay? That's not love. It's an expression for love. It's an expression for how somebody, you know, makes you feel outside of the physical. That's a way to express yourself, but that should not be a means to falling in love, okay? And so, I took this made this promise to myself and God, that I was gonna hold fast to myself, to my temple, and not be and not break that for a while, if I can hold on until marriage. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am human, but so far so good. And it's like I find that the longer I go not doing this, not having sex, not giving into temptation and stuff, the longer I go doing this, the more the easier, first of all, the easier it becomes, and the more I start to see people for who they really are. You know, I'm more okay with being single now than I was, then when I, you know, wasn't in this realm of celibacy. Now, my first experience, with a man during my celibacy journey was about a week ago. This guy, he asked me out. We had 2 dates in a row. Okay, Friday or yeah, Friday. No, I'm sorry, Saturday. Saturday, we he came over and he brung dinner, and I think it was really sweet how he brung dinner and he brung 2 movies, and we ate, and talked and got to know each other, and learned about each other. And it was really good. Like, I enjoyed his company. I enjoyed it. It was a very good date. I didn't kiss him. you know um Gave him a hug and sent him on his way. The next day, you know he he was texting me, so I could tell he was coming. He looked like he was interested in seeing me some more. And then once again, you know, he was like, you know, you want to go out, want to watch another movie tonight? And I'm like, no, but you know what we can do, you know, we can go out to dinner, you know, to be in a more intimate setting, to be able to, you know, face to face, get to know each other more one on one rather than the distraction of a movie. Or my son, you know, because I sent him to a babysitter that night. So we went out, he took me to a nice restaurant, and we talked and talked and talked. This is where I felt it was the time, and maybe, and you know, you guys comment and let me know if I'm wrong, but this, I felt the second date, maybe the third date should have been the time, but I felt the second date is the time where I should let him know that I'm celibate, and what I want and what I expect and what I'm going for, what am I here for, and I needed to find out what he's here for. And I was going to be upfront. It was no beating around the bush, and it was just all out of honesty, you know, just showing him who I really was. And in this journey, I find that it's so much easier and better to show somebody who you really, really are and let them appreciate that aspect of you first. And then that whole sexual intimate aspect can come later. And then that's like the icing on the cake, you know, but let them be infatuated with you. Let them love and like you, not what you can do. So I let him know like I was celibate, and he told me that he respected that, and he asked me what do I want, and I told him, you know, I'm ready to settle down. I'm looking for marriage. I possibly want another baby, you know, hopefully before I turn 30. Um, I let him know all of that stuff. And you know, he told me that he likes, you know, he was married and previously, and he's divorced, so he told me he liked being in a relationship, he liked being married, but he don't get attached easily. Okay, I respected what he said, he respected what I said, you know, and things went from there. Now, that evening we came back home, and he wanted to push the limits and watch that second movie that we didn't get to watch, and I was just tired. Like, I get tired so easily because, you know, I work. Get up very early, you know what I'm saying? Don't get home till like almost 6 every day. So I you know, I ended up kind of like falling asleep on his shoulder that night. Once the movie was over, he woke up. He woke me up, and you know, he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave. You know, I'm gonna leave this movie so you can watch it since you fell asleep." And I apologized for falling asleep. Gave him a hug. Didn't kiss him. Now, there's no telling when the right time is to kiss somebody. I like to do that naturally, flow into that naturally. Okay, and my time is almost up, so let me hurry up. So I didn't kiss him, and then but this is the reason I didn't kiss him. Hello, I like fell asleep for like about 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if you sleep for 45 minutes, your breath is not gonna be that hot, especially coming from dinner. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to like, you know, nah, I was like trying to play it safe, you know what I'm saying? I did want to kiss him just because like he just was such a gentleman, and I just felt like the time was right. It just felt right, but I held back, you know, just because of that one minor little aspect. But not, I mean, that's not minor. I mean, who really want to kiss somebody that's been sleeping? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm very particular about things like that. So anyways, needless to say, I don't know if because he didn't get it so much as a kiss, or I highly believe it's because I let him know that I was celibate, but I haven't heard from him since the second date. Like we talked briefly in text message a little bit, but other than that, like his interest is kind of like gone. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't even realize this, but it's just such a coincidence that like before the first date made no mention of being celibate. Second date, let him know I was celibate. Where's the third date? Think about it, YouTube. Anyways, I gotta get to work, and I just wanted to talk about that with you guys real quick. And you guys, you know, holler back at me. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know your thoughts on that. You know, take a vote. Who thinks that he didn't come back at me because I told him I was celibate? Because it's just too much of a coincidence, don't you think? All right, holla at y'all later. Bye.